Anthony, are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Nickatina Show here on Sunday evening. I don't even know what date it is because I just don't. However, we have two amazing guests coming on today. It is both Dave Pena and Chris Wong, and they will be here with us very shortly. In the meantime, let's find out what's going on with you guys. So let's see what's happening here in the chat. Let me see. And I got to send out some invites real quick. Let's see. You get an invite, and you get an invite. That's not an invite. Oh, boy. So let's see. Here we go. We got Rasha in the chat. What's up, Rasha? We got Fear Jason with the fire.
Bring the fire, baby. Let me see all the emojis. Like let's burn this fucking stream to the ground right now. It's fire. Yes.
We got Master Blaster in the house. What's up, Master Blaster? ACS is here. Jesse Allen is also here as well. And we got my main man, Sickness. He's here as well. And Sickness was the first. Sickness got one of the shirts from my Teespring account, which is really cool. Nice. And so if I have time, I'm going to show a picture of that as well. What's up, Master Blaster? We got Naman. He's here. The Zod Rider. Burn it.
What's up, Zod?
Boop doop. What's going on, dude? Matisha Jovic. Hi, guys. What's going on, man?
Good.
We got Gavin Cooley here in the chat as well.
What's up, Gavin?
So, ACS, man.
Zod said burn it. What's up?
I know. What's going on with you?
Nothing, man. Work today. And, been chilling for the watching a little bit of football and getting ready for this fire that we're about to put on. Oh, I know what you're on about.
I don't even want to talk about football. And the reason why is because, as some of you know, I am a Niner fan. And the Niners got their butts whooped. I'm sure, Niner Live, I'm sure you know what I'm going to talk about. The Niners got their ass whooped. They lost to the Miami Dolphins like 43-17. It was embarrassing. It was an embarrassing loss. And I don't even like talking about it because you know what? It's just not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
It's terrible, man. It's terrible. But other than that, I've been working on my house all day, so I'm exhausted from that. But but football is always good. I always enjoy football on Sundays.
Yeah, I got to see most of it. Saw a couple of very terrible injuries today, but yeah. The sport goes on.
Sport goes on.
It does, man.
So,
Look,
dude,
Philip's talking trash to you right now.
Oh God, Philip, you're in Sacramento. Whatever, dude. What do you care? We're in big. Yeah, I think we are in big trouble because they're just not very good. But what is very good is the first guest that I'm gonna bring on today, and he is none other than an inspiration for me and for a lot of other people on YouTube and for the Snyder Cut movement. And we are big fans of his show as well, Mr. Chris Wong-Swenson. What's going on, Chris?
Hey, what's going on, Chris?
Aloha. How you guys doing?
Doing all right. How's the weather over there right now?
It's the same all year long, 80 something degrees.
I know, man.
It's a little bit more humid today,
right?
but
that's great, man.
I got the AC on, and if you don't mind, I got my kid playing Fortnite, so he might be yelling here and there.
Yeah.
See, I'm actually lucky enough to where my studio is separate from my house, so they're not in here unless I let them in here because I'm in a separate structure, so it's pretty cool.
Awesome.
You got Roger Taylor saying, "What's up, Chris?"
Japanese screen doors.
Yeah.
It's very thin and
I miss that weather, man. I miss that weather over there, man. When I was over there for those 4 years.
That's right. You were over there for 4 years.
And it was great because it was 65, 70 all year round. It was fun.
Wow.
You're 65? No.
No way.
Well, you might not have. Yeah, we had to get up early. Yeah, so it was cool in the mornings, and I miss it, man.
Yeah, because in different parts of the island there are some cooler areas. Like Mililani is probably, at one point I went to Mililani and in the morning it was in the 50s.
Oh shit!
And I was like, "This is weird. It feels like San Francisco." I've never been there at 5 a.m. before. And it's in the 50s.
Oh man,
yeah. Yeah.
So a big thing happens, or I want to say it was yesterday, or maybe it was the day before. I don't even remember anymore. But that whole video that was put out by Collider featuring Joe Manganiello, where he talks about how how he was part of a end credit scene that was altered before the release of Justice League when they knew that the Batman had been canceled, which was a terrible idea. Yeah. But he did mention that it was going to be restored.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, I would say the chances of us getting a continuation of Batfleck's story, may be a series on HBO Max or a movie, I think is extremely high. Chris, what do you think?
I think so. I think if it is restored to,
what's up, Ben?
Because he even said that it's up to Zack Snyder, and I think only Zack Snyder knows what he's going to put in. But to his knowledge, before all the changes happened, that version would have essentially Lex Luthor hiring Deathstroke to go and assassinate or kill the Batman.
Yeah.
So that would have led to Ben Affleck's The Batman. So if that is still there and we find out next year, or unless they announce it before then that would probably give us the biggest idea. Of like, oh, okay, I think it's coming.
Yeah.
Right.
Perfect. If it's still the original plan and how it would work, that would be the perfect lead into Justice League 2. I think we would have like a break, and there's like Ben Affleck's Batman series or movie or whatever it is, and then go on to Justice League 2. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Perfect. It'd be perfect. And so, with that being said, it'd be interesting to see how that story connects with, let's say, the Flash movie, and how they kind of coexist at the same time, or if they don't coexist at the same time. It just depends on what route they want to go. But I think that the chances of that are really high. And you know what? I know of another guy who's out there right now who's a huge Batman fan, and he's been dying to come on the show. So I'm going to go ahead and invite him on. He's none other than Mr. Dave Pena.
Contestant on The Price is Right. Oh! You okay? You all right? Shake.
And he's gone! He's gone! There he is! He made it!
Back up. Yeah. He tripped and got that.
You need a name tag. You need a name tag.
Need a name tag, yes.
What's up?
Anthony Cable was like, hell no!
Hell no!
What's going on, guys?
What's good?
There we go. And everyone in the chat, put up some fire emojis for
let me see
Dave
the fire.
and Chris.
Yes,
Dave and Chris are here.
Guess the fire.
Yeah, dude. Hey, and honestly, you guys, and I think I've told you this before. Both of you guys have been really inspirations. Even for me, for doing my own show, watching you guys all the time. You guys do an amazing job. I've been a fan of you guys for so long, and to have you here on the show together is pretty incredible. So thank you so much for being here.
No problem.
Guys,
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Thanks for inviting us.
No problem.
So, guys, before we get into everything else that we're going to talk about, let's talk about you guys, and let's talk about basically what your inspiration was. I know, right?
It's pretty boring.
I hate talking about myself. What are you talking about?
What was your inspiration? So we'll start with Dave because he doesn't like talking about himself. Dave, what was your inspiration for starting your own YouTube channel? Becoming the Film Junkie.
Well, I think the Film Junkie name's been around forever. I've had that name as a Gmail when I first got onto Gmail. Back in my day when email was a new thing. I just kind of thought, I love movies. Love films, so I was like, just put it as Film Junkie. And then when it came to YouTube, I think like Philip DeFranco was kind of like an inspiration. I was like, that guy's doing that. He just like jump cut. I could do that. I could do something like that. He had your Toby Turners, those kind of YouTubers. I saw those guys, and then I just was like, all right, let me do the Film Junkie thing. And then I wanted to make it a little different because there's all kinds of like junkie, either with like a Y at the end, IE.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just put 2 E's at the end, be somewhat, I don't know what I was actually thinking, but hey, it's stuck and now it's there. So that was pretty much my inspirations right there.
And then when you started your channel, it was just mainly just talking about movies, or did you have a certain theme that you wanted to kind of?
No, it was movies. It was movies, and I was trying to be like, I was trying to do like sketchy type stuff, which I'll do every now and then. But I was really trying to do it then. If you see some of those early videos, and it was horrible because it wasn't even HD, and my background was literally like my closet. It was bad. Yeah. Gross.
Jesse, that's high praise, Jesse. There's some strong words there. Dave is the smartest man alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to believe with Jesse on that one.
I do miss your candid podcast where you talk about anything. Like you talk about your job, you talk about it was kind of like Bill Burr in his
when he did. Oh yeah, when I first did did my solo podcast, I summoned Bill Burr. Somebody even called it out too, like, damn, Bill Burr over here. And I was like, yeah, I kind of did when I first recorded my first podcast, because I listened to his and he just talks to himself, And so I was like, all right, let me just try to do it like that. And I summoned that like big time. And then I was like, all right, I can't be too Bill Burrish, even though Bill Burr is like awesome, obviously.
Yeah. Did you feel like a fucking psycho talking to yourself?
No, because I do it all the time.
When I first started doing it
into a microphone.
Exactly.
Doing my solo podcast, like talking to myself for like 30 minutes, I was like, yo, I am a psycho right now. I've been sitting in this room talking to myself, but I feel you though.
It's somewhat therapeutic though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
like,
it really is. It really is.
And I think like now just kind of converting to live streaming, I think it's a little bit better because there is an audience. There are people out there. What? Is Jose controlling the live chat again?
Grab the hiney.
Sounds awesome. But when it came to live stream, I think it's a little bit better because, like I said, there is an actual audience out there. So. Yeah.
Well, and one thing that I've always loved about both of you guys is that no matter what the topics are, you've always kept it, for the most part, you've kept it fairly positive, funny at the same time. Chris has been extremely positive, and but I also feel like you guys you do a great job at just like presenting the information as it is. And you do everything very, very fair and down the line, and I just love your take on all the information you guys put out. And now your live shows, Dave, they're just really taking off. I mean, it's becoming like a show that I even tell myself at work when it comes on, I'm like, oh, Dave's show's on, watch it right now, and I'll just put it on while I'm at work on my desk. It's just awesome.
Yeah, it's I don't know why. Like all of a sudden, I was like, you know what? I don't whore myself out enough. So I was like, let me just do a live stream. Let me just do a live stream almost every day. And, see what happens.
You do it almost every day except for Thursdays, and I've seen sometimes Sundays. Yeah, it's like scary that I even know that. I'm like, yeah, you're not on Thursdays.
Yeah, we all know he's on Thursdays. We're like,
yeah, Thursdays is Dave's day.
Check Nickatina's browser history real quick.
I know.
Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna creep me out here.
Happy Canadian Thanksgiving to Chris, Dave, and Anthony. I guess Nickatina too.
Wow.
I'm all full from dinner. Oh, happy Canadian Thanksgiving.
What do they eat? What do they eat for Canadian Thanksgiving?
Yeah, what do they eat?
Yeah, what do they eat?
It is
Canadian bacon? No.
They just call it bacon, Chris.
Yeah, they just call it bacon.
Yeah. It's just ham.
The whole live thing, like that was like, how old is that? Because that's fairly new for the most part for your whole career, or have you been doing that for a while?
Well, the vodka stream, I started doing like a year and a half ago, actually almost 2 years ago. Now to think about it, it was just doing that, and and it was just basically like, let me just go live for an hour. I'll sip some vodka, we'll chill. And then it just kind of grew into like almost like a hangout. Like, okay, let me try to get a guest on, and then have some normal guys in the panel. Of course, Mr. Swenson frequented often. And it's just cool just to shoot the shit. And, the friends that we've made throughout this whole journey, we can stay in contact. And, the fact that it went from like, I'll just do an hour of just me to like 3.5 hours. It's just like, wow,
sometimes more than that. Like,
I'm surprised.
There are times I go to work and come home and I get up late at night, and you guys are still going.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, they're still going.
Yeah, it could get pretty.
Steven on.
Yeah, you got Steve, yeah. If you have Steven,
Get Steven on, it's like 4 hours.
Steven and Garza, you get both of them on. But there's like, and sometimes there's been times where I'm like slurring my words by the end of it.
Yeah, he's
Like,
fucking hammered.
Yeah, but it's fun.
I don't know how you guys do it that long too, because like I know the streams that I've been on where where I'm drinking as well. It's tough,
Mhm.
you know. Like,
Look,
you just
Got to build up that
Anthony.
tolerance, man.
he says turkey or ham, Canadian ham, maybe
Canadian
some
ham.
pineapple too. Yeah.
Pineapple.
Get the pineapple out of here.
Damn, disgusting.
Yeah, get out of here with that pineapple
love
stuff.
So, we got Fatal J in the chat. What's up, Fatal J?
What's up, Mr.
Fatal.
J?
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
Throwing a
So-
Super Saiyan right now. Oh no, wrong channel.
Yeah, I know.
he would, trust me, he would. He'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So now, Chris, on your end, I mean, how long ago did you start doing your own channel on YouTube?
Actually, 2016 was when I started. It was when BVS came out, and I just needed to tell the internet that I love that movie, and you guys are wrong.
And that's why I didn't get too, was that so many people just didn't get the movie, and they were so negative towards it. But I think they were so preconditioned, just superhero movies had to be a certain way, and so they weren't ready for that. I mean, even when Watchmen first came out, I remember a lot of people didn't get it. They didn't quite.
Watchmen is fucking fire.
It's badass. I loved it when I first saw it. I was like, this is incredible. But not everyone liked it because I think for the most part, like Watchmen and BVS especially, they were ahead of their time. Because now when you see shows like The Boys and you see, what superheroes could be like if they're, all about themselves, to me that was the first show in which I was hoping that people would watch The Boys and realize, okay, wait a minute. If Homelander or if Superman was like Homelander, this would be awful. So maybe Batman has a point, because yes, he did have a point, because that's why he was doing what he was doing, because if you had a bad Superman, like, you're in trouble.
Yeah. No, I think I was kind of hoping too, especially when Logan came out, I remember having conversations with people. I'm like, oh, we're finally getting that turning point, man. People want that R-rated adult content. Everybody's like jazzing about Logan. And then it was like, it didn't quite get over that hump that I hoped it was going to get.
Yeah.
But I think still people are welcoming. I mean, especially with The Boys. I mean, The Boys, apparently the ratings were stellar this season.
Yeah.
And, reaching like Netflix levels, which is great. And it's like, hey, here we go. Can we do this? We can have both. We can have all of it.
And that's the thing too, is like, the ratings on The Boys is so good and it's so high right now. Like, can you imagine what the ratings are going to be like for Zack Snyder's Justice League when it comes out on HBO Max? It's going to be insane.
I hope so. I'm pretty sure.
I know.
I think the audience, I've said it before, the audience is ready for something different now. They've got to finish their Infinity Saga or whatever. The audience is ready for something different now. So I don't think they'd be.
Even R2 wants it.
Oh,
yeah.
R2 is...
Oh, I'm stuck. He's tired of the Disney shit too, because he works.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He wanted to say hi.
Is that a figure or is that?
Can you get back now?
Nah, it's really R2, man. Come on.
It really is. He's alive.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Another thing too. And another thing I want to bring up too, Chris, was that for the longest time, you have been such a strong supporter of Zach and the whole Snyder Cut movement. And one thing that I did want to tell you and commend you on was that all the videos that you posted leading up to the announcement, and even now, the amount of positivity that you put out in your content is just it's just astronomical, like how powerful it is. And a lot of times I would wonder how you could stay that positive about just the smallest bit of information that would come out, but you turn it into like this. You would like turn it into something grander than we thought it was. And by the end of your episodes, I'd be like, yeah, he's right. This is amazing. It's gonna happen. And you always kept hope going.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that when you compare the two of you guys and you say Dave is Batman and you're Superman,
I'll tell
it
it.
definitely makes sense. It definitely makes sense.
I would always tell people, I'm like, if you want to come to me, I'll tell it as it is, and I might hurt your feelings. Go to Chris for some inspirations for some hope. That's who you want. If you want that, go to him. He's not going to get it from me.
But actually, I mean, going back in 2016, like my inspiration was like, AMC before it was Collider. And this guy right here, this guy, I watched this stuff. I remember going out on sales calls and I would throw him on because he was like one of the only channels that was positive about DC. Like, it's like, oh, he loves Batman v Superman, subscribe. And I was like, and I've been listening ever since. And I felt like, I may be the only person in Hawaii or, in my local community who likes DC for what it is. So I felt like the need to just keep finding more people who has that positive feelings towards DC and, embrace it. And so I just kept making videos, and every little thing I was like, that's great. Isn't that great? So I would say, that's probably why I did that.
And I mean, was there ever a time where either one of you reached a point in your YouTube career where you thought to yourself, you know what, maybe this is not going to work out? Or was it always been something where it's like, no, I'm going to do this regardless because it's so much fun? Every
other week. Yeah, probably something like that. I mean, when everybody, when I get asked like that question, like what cute, it just happens. Sometimes you look at your stuff, you're like, wait a minute, what the heck? Maybe that didn't work out, or things aren't going up. They're not trailing up. You look at, those the fact that you can like access your analytics so easily, you kind of just look at it, and then like sometimes you could like, grill yourself just for like, see, stuff's like trailing down or trailing up. I don't know. See, there you go right there. Go to mine.
see, that's not nice. Don't say that. I go to Dave's stream to feel
what I try to do. But no, I mean, there's times, there's times where it's like, oh man, I'm freaking tired, I'm exhausted, because you have a day job, but then I just kind of I'll look at the positive, which is a lot of people choose not to do these days. Look at the positive comments, the positive feedback, and I kind of go, okay, I'm good, we're good, just keep going.
Oh, Eric's here as well. What's going on, Eric from Hard Boiled Entertainment? I just find it interesting that the image for this video has Dave.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's Casual Batman. I just thought it was funny. I thought it was funny, but no, he's not going to be Casual Batman on the show. That would be too much.
Yeah. We got the wrong guy. Where's Casual Batman?
So actually, Dave, that's my next question. What inspired you to start Casual Batman?
One drunken night.
That's where it always starts.
That's where it always starts. I was on Amazon and I saw the mask and I went, I'm going to order that. And I ordered it and it came. And then when I put it on, I just started talking like that. I was living with my brother at the time. And I remember it freaked out one of his cats. Like the cat like hissed at me, like was like, it's me, man. Don't worry. Yeah. But then I don't know, for some reason the voice just came out and I'm like, oh, I could just do like a ridiculous, Batman. And then then the name was like, he'll be casual because he's gonna wear a t-shirt and jeans or whatever the hell. So that's where that all came about. Just putting on the mask and it just came out.
Okay. Shut up. So one question that R2 wanted to ask you, because we talked about it earlier, and I'm going to ask him, so calm down, all right? Yeah, whatever. I love how after your Casual Batman streams, you often post a picture of yourself right after you're done, and you take the mask off, and your whole head's rocked. You're like,
it's sweaty. And the freaking eyeliner or the eye stuff is just like ran down my face. It's a war. Like I look like I literally fought a war. I mean, even though I'm so happy. I know. Well, I know. Thanks for revealing that. Jeez.
I know. Oh no. We know who you are. Now your friends and family are in jeopardy.
Yeah. No longer safe.
I can put them in protection and everything. Jeez.
Yeah.
No, but like. When I get done with all that, I love the fact that they're addressing the eye stuff in the new Batman in the Batman. Robert Pattinson. But But even when he took the mask off, the fucking eyeliner was still perfectly on. I'm like, fuck you, man. There's no all over. You're still too, it still looks too good.
And you're like, I haven't even been beating anyone down. And
no,
I've been sitting there talking the whole time.
I'm just talking to a microphone for 22 minutes, and it's all running down my face. By the way, congratulations to the Lakers. They just won the finals right now.
Oh, wow.
That's great.
Yeah, just wait.
They won the tourney. That's great.
Dave, my homie Dave Avery is probably ecstatic right now.
I'm sure he is.
He's a Lakers fan. He definitely is. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
Ohio Dave. Ohio Dave. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I know. When he said Dave Avery, I'm like, who?
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's
how I know him, man.
Ohio Dave.
We all know each other by our freaking
Yeah.
I'm like, when I heard that Nickatina was Andre, I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
And it's funny too because like I have some friends that call me Andre and some friends that call me Nick and some friends that call me Nickatina. Both. Yeah, I'm just like whatever floats your boat at this point. But so you guys were both out there doing your own things, right? And you're having fun doing it, and obviously you guys had a lot of fans who were following you. But when was the first time? When did you discover each other? Like, when did you first find out about each other? And also, when did you guys first meet each other? Like in person.
One video. When was that?
It was on Tinder. I swiped right. I was like, oh, this guy. I like that. Smile. Look at that smile.
That was back when he had hair, right? You're like,
that was when he had hair. Yeah. I think, like Chris said, you watched my stuff, and then I kept on hearing. I would get recommendations. Hey, you should watch Ping Pong or whatever you were next to this. You should watch Chris Swenson and stuff. And then I think I had you on my podcast at one point. And then the first time we met was at the Snyder event in Pasadena.
Yep, wow. That's exactly how it happened.
And that's when you first realized that Chris was tall.
Yeah, and I'm sure. Yeah.
Right when he walked up, I was like, "Where's the rest of you?" No, I always thought he was tall. Like
I know.
And he thought I was short.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I did not know that you were tall until Dave had brought that up one time on his show. He's like, "Yeah, when I first met Chris, I was like, man, he's super tall." I was like, "Wait, he's tall?" Yeah. I thought you were like average height.
Yeah.
You know what? I always feel small. Like my wife would tell you, like he looks tall, but he always feels small to everybody.
But that's when we first. That's when we first met. Was there. Had a good old time. Met the Comic Movie Marks guys. Met a lot of people. It was a very surreal time because everybody was coming up going like, "Hey man, I love your videos. Can I take a picture?" And this, that, and this. And it's just like,
wow.
No, it was a weird. I mean, I remember even walking through the whole art center just by myself because, we all met up. Chris and I and the Comic Movie Marks guys. We met up at the coffee shop at Zack Snyder Frequenz. Yeah.
We're waiting for him to show up.
Yeah, we were like hoping, but no. And then we go to the place, and I was walking through by myself, and then I walked out to where the line was. And when I walked out, I mean, immediately all the eyes went, and they're like, boom junket. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was actually pretty crazy when that all.
Was that the first time that ever happened?
Yeah,
we're recognize you for your show.
I got recognized before one time, but it was only because it was like a coworker's sister. At first I was cool, and then I was like, oh yeah, my brother. Oh, that's how you know. Shit. Okay. Damn it. Yeah.
You're like,
no, but yeah, that was the first time where it was like,
right on, just like and subscribe, right? All right, thanks.
Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really weird. Yeah.
It was really weird.
Yeah, because to me, I know there's real people behind those names, but
exactly.
You're just looking at a camera and you're typing. It's like you don't connect really until you're actually there. It's like, hey, it's me. It's me. It's like, oh, that's what you look like.
Yeah.
So it is a strange feeling.
Yeah, you always go wait, what's your screen name again? What's the Twitter name? Oh, you're that. Okay, cool. Yeah,
you're that guy.
You could still say them by their screen names.
Yeah.
What's your alias? Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But no, it's really incredible, and the same here. I mean, to have you guys on here, like I said earlier, is it's a real treat. It's incredible just to have you guys here because I've watched you guys for so long. It's just it's an amazing feeling, and it goes to show you too that this whole community, this fandom that was created that stemmed from something so horrible has blossomed into something really amazing, and for what it's done. I mean, even the shirt I'm wearing represents that as well. But we'll talk about that in a second. But the other thing I want to ask you guys as we move into our second segment is, and this is a question I like to ask a lot of the guests when they come on. Anthony and I love to hear this answer. And that answer is, or that question is, what was your first impression of Justice League?
What are you talking about? I loved it. Didn't you see the video?
Did you say that name?
Whoops. Yeah. No, what are you talking about? I loved it. Didn't you see those guys passing around the clip? Praising
that's what I don't get is that, when people came out, look, when I first saw the movie, I did the same thing. Obviously, I didn't have a YouTube channel, but I was telling my friends and family, like, yeah, it was good. It was, I liked it. It was a lot of fun. And then the more I saw it, I was like, man, something's wrong.
Well, that's what everybody wanted it to be good so badly that it was just like some type of veil over your eyes where you just looking through like a lens or something and seeing it like that because you just wanted it to be fire so bad that well, the first time you saw it, you were probably like, hey, yo, that was pretty good. But we all know what transpired after that.
We consumed the Warner Brother lies and just except for Dave, he already knew in advance. but I was like, if you go back to my video, it was generally positive. Although I'm glad that when I went back and I did actually say this is not a Zack Snyder film. So thank you for saying that because at that time I already knew there's something wrong with it, but it's not quite. Besides the first Superman lip thing, which is obviously wrong.
That was
point
rough.
that out right away. So it's like that's like what? But yeah, definitely. Of course, all of our impressions have changed as we know more and more.
Oh yeah.
And now it's like we really got to do that watch party.
Oh man,
we gotta do that.
Good. We gotta do that.
This league reaction.
Yeah.
Yes, it's funny you mention that too because Anthony and I and a few others were actually planning to do that as well. We're gonna have a Justice League roast party. The roast party where we just watch it and just rip the hell out of the movie the entire time. Because when you see scenes like this, you're just like, come on, it's so bad.
Oh man, what the hell?
Or the legendary scene, in my opinion, well, there's a lot of bad scenes in that movie, but the worst scene because it struck so deep with me was this scene.
Something is definitely bleeding.
Yeah.
It's just like holy cow. And
I remember both times too at the theater. It got a big laugh, and it was just kind of like, yeah, okay, cool. Did you guys get that out of your system? Shit, that's not.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man, really?
Yeah.
But no, and at the end of the day, this had a big impression on all of us, and it led to a lot of cool things that end up happening, in the future. And look where we're at now. A year ago, I would never have thought that that we were going to see this movie. I always wanted it to happen, but was it going to happen? We just didn't know. It was such a big mystery. Now we know that it's finally coming. That it's actually going to happen. To me, it's just so incredible. When they announced that they were going to release Zack Snyder Justice League on the watch party, I was watching it and I was streaming Ascended Ancients live stream, and at the same time on my other computer I had Chris Wong's live stream because I was like, dude, if I gotta see anyone's reaction, it has to be Chris because he's gonna do so much that I have to see what his reaction is gonna be if it happens, and it did, and it was amazing.
Oh yeah, I was choking back tears. I was like, I'm not gonna cry on everybody live right now. I was like shaking. I was like, oh my god, it was so. That's good.
That whole week.
You to point that out. Why are you triggering our PTSD?
What he likes to do. But I remember that whole week was like pretty insane. Because it all started when Umberto, Mr. Scoopy Pants, Scoopy Pants, he all of a sudden changed his tone and went, "Hey, something's going on here." And then it was kind of weird because it triggered a lot of things behind the scenes. Like all of a sudden, I was like, "What the heck?" And I started tapping different people. Other people started tapping different people, and all of a sudden it was like, yeah, we might want to watch what's going to happen on Wednesday. And I was like, oh shit. And that's when that whole week was insane. But I mean, when the initial thing that happened, I mean, sadly, it was funny because, with this whole, with COVID and everything, I was furloughed for about 4 days of work. I had to go back to work that day.
Yeah, I remember this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I was like, of course, it's this day. So I literally was like out in the field trying to like stream it as I was working.
Yeah.
And finally it happened, and it was just like, it was almost surreal. It's almost surreal.
So before we move into the next segment, there's one more question that I want to ask to you guys. Since obviously the movie came out and it was a long road to get here, what has impressed you the most about from the Snyder Cut movement? Like, what accomplishments or what has the movement done? Like, what part of the movement has impressed you the most?
I think for me, it's like it never left. Like it continued to rise.
Yes.
More people joined in, the awareness of it. Because usually you see some of these like where someone didn't like a movie, you have a petition go out, and then a few weeks later it's gone. And nobody remembers. Like, remember, Game of Thrones. I don't know if people are still going to fight for that season 8 or whatever. But it's like,
you never know now. Yeah.
JJ cut.
Right. JJ.
That was like that happened. That was like good for about 9 days. Yeah.
So like the Snyder Cut to have fought this way from what is it? 4 years now? Almost 4 years. I mean, that's amazing. And people are writing. There's a book coming out for it. I don't know what else. There's just we all know how much is out in it's in the mainstream and everything like that. It's incredible.
Yeah, so I guess you could just say basically the staying power of the movement.
Staying power,
as far as like
I would agree.
I would agree with that. Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy how
do I sound different now? Do I sound different because I fixed my microphone?
Oh, was it not on the right thing?
I don't know. They're all telling me that it sounds like cam audio. I was like, oh, great. I rely on my co-host to tell me these things, but I guess
it sounds the same to me. It doesn't sound different.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I checked, and let me double check because I'm very professional at these things. Oh, you know what? It is the wrong one.
Yeah, no, it's not the right one.
It's not.
You don't sound clean. You sound kind of like with an echoey a little bit.
Oh yeah, you know what it is? Is because my my microphone here. I know what I gotta do. I gotta unplug it.
Uh-oh.
It was R2D2.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nickatina in the house. Yes.
Let's see if I can get this thing to work.
There we go. How was that? Does that sound different?
Yeah,
you're good now.
Dude.
Oh wow,
Anthony, come on, man! Hey,
here's a podcast.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was like,
I thought that was your thing.
You're like, your microphone sucks. Well, so now that I'm sounding normal now. So what now when I go back and rewatch this, the whole time I'm going to be like, God, I can't believe I went that long.
38
it's actually 38 minutes. It's not as bad as my biggest mistake I ever made. And it was the first time I ever had Chris on my show. So he agreed to come on the show, and I was super excited, right? I was super nervous at the time. It was only like my third episode that I did, and I was like, wow. And so I start the stream, and there's a bunch of us on there, and we're talking to him, and we start talking about, we're such big fans of you. And then all of a sudden, I want to say it was like 30 minutes into it, I'm like, okay, you guys, I just realized that I gave you guys a link to the wrong stream. So I had them in a private stream, and the rest of viewers were in the private chat like, where are you? What's happening? And I was like,
that is hilarious. Wow.
Well, that was my worst mistake. This is probably my second one that went to Slime, but at least you can hear me the whole time. So that's good. And everyone in the chat, I'm really mad at you guys didn't bail me out. We're losing viewers. Oh no. Okay, so
Chris said something because I was like, you sound a little like like it was
echoey.
A little echoey. Yeah. So
I kind of sound like Garza in a sense, one kind of echoey.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever fix the microphone. I don't think he ever will.
And I feel like he doesn't want to on purpose.
No, it's all right. I'll just cut it off.
So obviously, there was some really cool things that came from the movement, but because we have a slight time constraint on a certain aspect of the show, I want to move into this next segment. But before we do that, though, have you guys seen the age game that we play?
No.
So we play the age game where I put up a image of an actor, and you have to guess that actor's age.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so I was gonna do one-on-one Chris versus Dave, but I feel like we need more people. We need to have teams. So with that being said, let's bring on some more people, some more guests, so we can make some teams. Let's start with Scott McClellan.
Hey guys,
What's up, buddy?
this is your life.
Yeah,
I want him on my team. He's like the encyclopedia.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. Can we all
Right.
want
If you put me
Scott
on
now?
Scott's team.
We're all gonna want Scott.
but you know what though? It's still not. I still feel like
Like
we
a
need
human
more,
Google.
and we also need another human Google as well. So let's add on Stephen Colbert. What's going on, Stephen?
Hey.
Hi, my name is Time Constraint.
Welcome, time constraint. And then
This is like kickball. It's like who they gonna pick?
Yeah, I know.
and let's see. You know what? Let's just add one more for the hell of it. Let's add John Aaron Garza.
Who doesn't have his camera on?
Who was talking shit about my mic?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
No.
I think they left. I don't know who was doing it.
You're breaking up. You'll need to repeat that.
Hey. Dude, I got you. Don't fucking got you, man. I heard you talking shit. Okay?
I'm sorry, we
And
can't
I
hear
sounded.
you.
Are you in the shower?
No.
Yo,
Oh, cool.
No. And then there should be one more guest coming, but I'm not sure where they're at. So if they do show up, then we will add them as well. Let's see. Let me ask this person right here.
I feel really guilty because I heard Andre's microphone the whole time, but I've been hiding backstage. And I was like, I can't say anything. They're
I
not
felt
supposed
bad
to know
for
I'm
you.
here.
Yeah, I didn't say it.
You're right here, and I see it.
Well, you know, earlier.
Than Garza.
Oh. So what's funny is that earlier I was getting things ready, and Scott came on really early. He's like, "Hey, I'm just gonna hang out backstage," and then Chrome, just like Google Chrome, it like freaked out my computer, and the whole thing shut down. So that I had to reload everything, and then when I came back in, my microphone was set to my computer, and that's what happened. Is it Zach? No, I mean, I wish. Yeah. Everybody, here he is right now. It's Zack Snyder. There he is, everybody.
There he is. Oh, that's.
Yeah.
Did anybody watch my Cowboys? Did anyone watch that game?
Oh, that was horrible,
Cowboys.
man. Jeez.
it was
Yeah.
Dude,
Prescott.
I can't believe I didn't see what happened to him because I didn't even look at my own leg. But holy shit, I can't believe what happened to him.
I saw it.
Like, dude, that's gonna be like fucking years. That's gonna be like 2 years out.
He had to
Think
trade
so?
with Alex Smith. It was like a monkey's paw of like,
Yeah.
you know, there can only be a set number of good legs in the NFL at any given time. And so, like, Alex Smith comes back, and God's like, sorry, I got to roll the dice on somebody else.
Hey, all I gotta say is that when I heard you guys talking about Dak Prescott, all I could think about was that one time I went to Bryant Denny when Mississippi State was like #1 in the country, and they came to Bryant Denny and Bama just like creamed them, and I was just like, yes, I'm here for this.
Oh, so Scott, I'm sure you're gonna be very, very ready for our battle next Saturday night to decide.
Oh, God.
runs NCAA football.
Oh, you want to believe it? Hey, Anthony, my in-laws are Georgia fans. Trust me, I'm going to be living that next weekend.
Yeah, next Saturday's game is to decide who's king around this college football.
Oh,
So,
Steve.
yes, it's gonna be great.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so guys, how are we gonna choose these teams here? So let's just do a quick little draft. So Chris and Dave, below you are the your candidates. So
Whoa.
who's been doing this longer? I think Dave has been doing it longer than Chris.
Yep.
YouTube. So Dave, we'll give you first pick. Who do you want in your team? This is just like dodgeball.
Well, I'll go with Mr. Colbert. Come on.
All right, there he is.
Should have gone with Scott.
I trust you just a little bit more with if we're guessing ages.
I mean,
ages. If it was like a literature thing, oh yeah, 100%. If it was like any kind of like anything like random
theater trivia,
yeah, any kind of comic book or literature trivia, I would totally be down. Yeah, I would have totally got Scott. So, but
okay, Chris, who is your first selection?
I'm getting Scott.
Yes. Okay. And then, well, there's two guys left. It's Anthony and John. Dave, you go next.
I'm gonna go with. Of course, I can't not go with this person. I'm gonna go with Anthony.
All right, there we go.
That's right, dude. You fucking bitch.
See, that's why I did it. I wanted that response. I wanted that response right there, guys. I wanted that.
Is literature edible?
That's right. Hey, Chris, just so you know, dude, I'm amazing when age and spellings of names. Okay, so if there was a segment for spelling names, dude,
also,
I'm great.
I would have picked you because your camera's off and you can Google and we can't even see you.
Oh,
man.
Now we're going on faith. We're going on faith now that he's not cheating, but it sounds like he's in the shower with a car. So I think we're in luck. Okay,
Yeah, here's
so
my keys.
there we go. Okay, so we have the teams now. So Dave, what is your team name?
I don't know, the Junkies.
The Junkies. That's a good one.
There you go.
And Chris, what is your team name?
What a selfish name.
I don't know. Promote the brand.
I don't know. What should we call it?
I think
Scott,
we need to be
what
TPP. We're Team Pro Pineapple. That's
Oh,
all.
Garth is not.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Okay, so we got
TPP
TPP.
from Texas.
Sounds
There's
good.
no way he's all about that.
So we're TPP against the Junkies. He's like, fuck that.
He's like, I'm gonna be like, oh,
Okay, so
Oh yeah, turn the chat off, man. You
yeah,
gotta turn-
as Naman says, just switch over to the private chat or go full screen, and that way it limits your ability to read it from the chat's answers. Okay, so let's start the game here. The first actor that I'm going to put up there is none other than Nicolas Cage.
Oh my god.
Okay, Junkies, how old is Nicolas Cage?
50, the high 50s, right?
I'd say like 58.
I was gonna say.
Now you guys have to guess the age correctly. It can't be over or below. It has to be right on.
Oh man,
What do
I'd
you
say
think?
50,
Anthony?
I'd say 58.
What about you, Anthony?
Dave, you said 50?
I said 57.
Oh, okay. I say 56.
Let's go with Dave's as the middle.
Let's
right
go with
in the middle.
57, right in the middle. Yeah.
57?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
What's up now? How old is Nicolas Cage?
Oh, it's Chris's turn? Yeah.
That's Chris's turn.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say 56, but
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What'd you say, Garza?
oh, there you go.
Yeah, he's looking it up on his phone.
It's 56.
No. I wanted to pull
I was gonna.
what's it called? Price is Right. Go down low, like one. You know what I mean?
Hey, can we go with $1? $1?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Uh-oh.
what is my mic's
That
back
baby, I know what it is. That baby.
Oh, you know what it is?
No, that's not a monkey. That's a baby.
When the heck did Ben just show up?
That's my daughter. Babe, close the door.
I was like, when did Ben just show up? I was like, I looked down and like Ben was here.
Right there. Baby giving out the answer.
That baby.
I'm like,
Close the
Yeah.
door, please.
seriously, when did Ben come in?
Okay, you guys. How old is Nicolas Cage?
56.
56. Final answer.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Well, is Ben on?
Damn it. Sorry,
56.
Anthony. I should have went with yours. Damn it.
Technically, Garza played the 50.
Hey, can you guys hear me okay, or am I breaking up?
No, you're good.
You're good.
Okay.
Fuck you, Dan.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Okay, so
whose team has been going? Is he taking my place?
I don't know. They just asked me a question. I just answered it.
I realized I followed the normal Hollywood rule of always add a few more years than you expect.
There
But
we go.
it was Nicolas Cage, so I should have been using the probably a few less than I think.
okay, so just so we're straight, the teams are Chris, Scott, Anthony, and Ben. Okay.
Okay. All right.
And then we have Garza, Dave, and Steven, and I'm not on your team because I'm the host. Okay, so here we go.
Oh, it's 4-3. Oh, okay.
It's 4-3. We might get one more in here. We'll see, but but when you have Steven, that's like having like two guys because he's a vast knowledge.
Wait, that's not fair because
people keep on saying that, but this is not my kind of knowledge.
Yeah, and Garza has his camera off, so we don't know if he's holding up his phone and just Googling everything else.
I'm on my phone. Like I'm literally on my phone right now.
Oh, okay. There you go. So he can't cheat with it.
Yeah,
But I also I'm gonna exit real quick and come back in because I can't hear Nick or anything.
Okay.
So I'm gonna exit and come right back. So hold on.
All right.
So he can't hear me.
Always a pain in the ass, that guy.
I know.
I'm glad he's gone.
Those are gonna make things tough, right? Okay, so until he comes back, we're just gonna keep moving forward. Because let's see, that's a team there, and that's a team. Wait a minute.
That's 3-3. So.
I know, but it's actually 2-3 because because Chris, Ben, Scott. Oh, here he is. I'm not getting myself confused here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So let's go back to where that was. He was here. You were there.
Yeah.
You were there. You were there.
And you were there.
You were there. You were there. There we go.
What is this? The end of Wizard of Oz?
Yes.
Okay, so the next actor, and this question goes to the Junkies, is how old is Chris Hemsworth?
36.
Yeah, I was going to say 35. Well, man, we stuck. Okay, go ahead, Anthony. What do you have?
38.
Well, you guys, come on. It's like 3 different answers.
I know.
Y'all just pick one.
Is that it? It's just us on the team, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think. What do you think? I think
I'd go to 37.
Okay, we can go 37.
That's how old I am. I don't think he's as.
So 37?
No.
No, you know what?
You know what? No. For his knowledge, and you're.
I know.
Hey, it let us wrong
him.
last time.
Yeah.
Wait, anybody?
I'm gonna go
Minus
36.
2.
I'm gonna go 36. I think we should go 36.
Wow.
Okay.
Nah,
So 36?
yeah.
Watch, it's 35, I bet.
Can we steal it? Can we steal it?
Okay,
Yeah.
now it's on TPP, your team.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with Steven initial number 37.
37?
Yeah.
37 is
Okay.
the answer.
I obviously suck at this.
Okay, so now typically the
Same
first team to 3 wins the game, but they're up 2-0, so this could be a quick game. Okay, now since they got that point, it's gonna go back to the Junkies. Guys, how old is Lou Ferrigno?
Oh, that's even hard.
This is a hard one too.
Man, that's not
Yeah, that's
even fair.
hard.
75.
5.
He could look good. I mean, really.
64.
64. It's not 75, Steven. Come on.
No, it's not.
No.
But it's gonna
Come on,
be.
Steven,
I'll go 68.
Yeah, something like high 60. All right, let's go 68.
Yeah.
68? Okay.
Yeah.
68
There we
is the
go.
answer. So you're back in the
interesting.
game. You're back in the series. They're up 2-1, but you still have a chance. Okay. Okay. Now this goes over to TPP, Chris's team. TPP.
TPP.
I know.
That's what they named themselves. Okay. The next actor that you have to guess, how old? I know. How old is Jeremy Irons?
Oh my god. They're really bad at it.
Man, no females, dude.
Dude, it's,
Jeremy Irons?
He's got okay. Chris,
You
Ben,
said that like Scooby Doo.
Jeremy Irons?
Jeremy Irons,
bro.
Jeremy Irons?
Oh, thank you.
oh man.
he's got to be in his.
He's gonna be in his 70s, dude.
I was about to say he's got to be.
He's 77. I would say 70, 73, 70. No.
77.
72, 72, 72, 72, 72.
72.
72.
Yeah, 72.
Go ahead.
Yes. 72 is the answer.
Man, take you with me everywhere.
Okay, so technically you guys have won the game. So congratulations, because you're the first one to 3. You won 3-1.
Whoa,
What is that noise?
I know.
What is that noise?
Is that Garza?
Probably.
Probably. Is he still taking a shower?
Yeah, he's in the shower. He's playing in the shower.
I'm
Okay,
literally
so-
in my room.
I'll give you guys one chance because right now it's 3-1. If you guys get another one right, maybe the game will extend anyway. So it's 3-1.
Okay.
This goes back to the junkies, guys. This one's for you. How old is Joss Whedon?
Oh, jeez.
Yes. I don't know that one.
The Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Okay, how old is Jason Momoa?
Oh, we're
man.
gonna do that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's got to be in his 40s.
41.
He might be 39.
Well, no. Hold on a sec. Didn't he just recently have a birthday? I'm trying to think.
I think 41.
Hey, 41, right?
Is he 41?
Yeah, I think 41.
Oh yeah, I'm
I
gonna
think
go.
he's
With
in
41. I'm gonna go with 41.
Okay, 41, and here we go. Okay,
Yeah.
41
Wow.
is the answer.
Wow, that's cool.
But you still lost 3-2, but I want to give you another shot at 2 points.
Oh, okay.
Because everybody here is a winner. So
Can we emphasize that I got all 3?
Yes,
Yeah.
we need to
Yeah.
emphasize
You
that.
can
Absolutely, yes.
It was his own team.
It's easier. It's easier to guess the age when you have been that age. You can
That was a nice bird. That was a nice bird.
Wait, Garth was trying to say
No
something.
female actresses? Yeah, no female actresses? Nothing?
okay, hey, if you want to do one, let's go right now. There we go.
Everyone
throw,
in.
here, just for you, Garza, I'll throw one at you right now, okay?
Oh.
How old is Angela Lansbury?
Oh,
Yo.
well, 86.
86. He's at 86.
Yeah,
86?
Did you say what?
I would say 90. Yeah, I would say 90, 95. I mean, I know her from. I used to watch her. I mean,
Oh, you're black and white.
For the
my
group,
day.
okay, for
I
everyone
was
on the
talking
panel,
about-
the whole panel, how old is Angela Lansbury? Let's put it that
94 or 95, one of the two.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
95.
91.
I'll say
Yeah,
93.
If it's 90s, I'll go with Dave.
Yeah.
You want to know how old she is?
94 or 95. Can I pick two numbers?
Well, I mean, everyone's on their own
No.
team here, so okay. This is how old she is. She is 94.
Oh.
Wait,
She looks
Ben
great
did
for
kinda
94.
Yeah.
She looks great for 94.
She does, right? That image was taken in 1979.
Wow.
Well, guys, this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for being here. I had a great time. There was some other stuff we were going to talk about, but Steven's time constraint kind of pushed everything forward. But it's fine because we're at the hour mark anyway. But
who would have thought? It's the first time we've ever gone under time because of me.
Usually it's over. It's like Steven's here, 2 more hours.
I gotta learn. I gotta just cut it off. Yeah.
But before we go, I do have some questions because I do want to give a shout out really quick to my Patreons, which is Juan Villarreal. You can call me Joker and Zod Rider. Thank you so much for being a Patreon for the show. And because you're a Patreon, you can also ask questions on the show to the guests who are here. So I'm going to do that right now. Oh, wait, I forgot my overlay. There we go. So the first question that we have is from Joker, and he asks, this is for both Chris and Dave. How would you feel if we don't get a Green Lantern? Do you think Zach could pull off such a thing with a good explanation?
Yes. No. I mean, I would be okay with it because I still kind of wonder, how does it fit in this world when you have a 20-year-old Batman? And the fact that Luthor didn't have tabs on a Green Lantern either, I was kind of always wondering, how would you actually fit a Hal Jordan Green Lantern or whatever? And if he ends up not using them, I think he'll be able to repurpose things and, be able to shape anything that he needs to fill that little gap. He's a crafty one, that Snyder.
Chris, what do you think?
I would say I'm happy with whatever Zach accepts as his version of the movie. So
there you go.
Here.
Yeah.
Steven, do you want to chime in on the answer for that? We still have a good 2 hours left, so you can go ahead and go.
Yeah, I think that yes, I think that he can definitely pull it off. I think Green Lantern's inclusion has been a little bit overblown just because it's such a mystery that if it was, because it wasn't shot in principal photography, so anything that was going to be in it was never going to be more than a tease anyway. And so the question is, what does he shoot in now that he's getting additional photography? And is he going to want to dedicate that to including a Green Lantern? Or like Dave said, is he going to repurpose, any intended scene to serve another purpose? And I think that there's a very good possibility that he would rather introduce a Green Lantern, in if he gets any sort of animated spinoffs, or if he if we get to Justice League 2, you can provide a full inclusion there. Whereas Green Lantern teams would be cool, but how does that fit in Justice League 1 without, being like a Marvel style post credit scene? He's not going to be in the third act. He's not going to, have a big presence. So
right.
I wouldn't be shocked if they end up saving that one for later.
And so the next question that we have is also from, you can call me Joker. In fact, he was the only one that sent me questions, so these are all his questions. And this is for both Chris and Dave. If you could change one element / scene in BVS, which one would it be and why?
Nothing, motherfucker.
That's a loaded question right there.
That's a flawless movie.
You hate that Marcus scene, I know you do.
I've got an answer.
Yeah,
I got an answer.
I'm trying to think.
That blood splat continuity error that you hate.
Yeah.
There's a blood splat.
Yes, there is. It's incredible that he missed it. But anyway, it's in the
Can
warehouse.
somebody Garza? Jesus fucking Christ!
I didn't even know what it said.
Still in the shower.
Listen, it would be to see Superman instead of him not looking. We never see him try to look for his mom, right? Remember the scene that he said he tried.
Oh yeah, the one. The question I asked them. Yeah.
Yes, the answer. Yes, they filmed it, but they never really filmed it. It's him hearing all the voices. I know they did that in Superman Returns, but still, him hearing all the voices. And
That would have been nice to have it.
That would have been cool.
See that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Sorry, that's it.
Yeah,
I
it would have been cool.
Scott?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
No. Go ahead, Scott. Go ahead.
I'm trying to think because once I saw the Ultimate Edition, I love the theatrical version anyway, but once you put all the stuff back in and the scenes got put back in the correct order for the Ultimate Edition, I am perfectly happy with the movie as is, and I am not trying to cop out. I mean, how many times have I watched that 3-hour-long movie? Is insane, but no.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool to see Batman actually go into Lex Luthor, the Luthor Corps.
Yes,
it would be.
Cool.
Yeah.
It would be, but at the same time, the way that they do it, and you see that little clip of him just swooping down like that, it's kind of just like, oh, whoa.
Yeah. Because not only that,
There's more of a mystery.
Yes.
Yes, because that scene will have to kind of beat out the warehouse scene, and that was like nearly impossible
Oh, that's
to do.
true.
Yeah.
That warehouse scene would have been. Yep.
Yeah.
So the next question that he has is, this is for Chris. I think James Gunn would be a perfect director to take on the Green Lantern Corps production. What's your opinion? Man,
I think it would be pretty cool to see that. I think he.
He's all no, terrible.
I
know it's like, hey, he did these guys. Yeah.
But he's done Cosmic. He's done, teams in space. He'd be probably, if I was a studio executive, I'd be like, that'd be the guy to do it. And I would, even him or J.J. Abrams, because they've done that type of movie before.
Yeah.
And so if I was an executive, I would say, yeah, let's try to see his pitch of a Green Lantern Corps and see how that worked out.
Let's see. And the very last question that we have, it's from the same guy. You can call me Joker. He writes, it's for both you guys. What should be the next big DC thing for Zack Snyder after Justice League?
Justice League 2.
Yeah, Joker, you kind of like, we all kind of answer that question in our head.
Which, I mean, like the list here, you got Injustice, DC. I mean, it could be a version of Injustice for all we know. Like something leading into that. I don't know. I think Injustice would be right up his alley if I had to pick of those three, because he's already kind of like he's already messing with that. He's already teasing. He's already going down that with the Nightmare. He's already kind of going down that road. So
yeah, I like Injustice.
Yeah,
I would like
This is fine.
if either that or like Kingdom Come. I mean, if you want to just end it.
He'd do well with that one. I mean, he'd do well with all of them. Face facts.
Whatever he wants to do, I'll probably like it.
Yeah, I know. Seriously,
he could do Batmite for all I care. He'll be.
I think I'd probably
only
prefer
to get
that.
Paul Rubens back as the voice. That's my one request.
Provided he gets his full Justice League arc, I would actually say he should never touch another DC property ever again after that. Personally,
just like drop the mic.
Yeah, I think do a Nolan. I mean, he said he'd fire all your bullets, right? And so when he's done with Justice League, I don't think he'll want to. I think he wants to go do original stuff, and I don't want him to be tethered, because he's always going to even his uncompromised stuff with DC is gonna. He's going to be withheld by the constraints of the universe to some extent. I'd rather get more original stuff from him.
I would want him to do something original and then come back to DC, because like if you continue to do the same thing over and over and over again, you get some directors rust, and I don't want that. It doesn't matter how good you are. I think you lose sight of the type of director that you are. I think I want him to go and do the Fountainhead or do something that he's passionate about, and then come back. Like Nolan did. Nolan always had one in between, and then sort of get his juices flowing, and then come back and do.
I don't know that he'll be able to shake the you can be typecast as a director, but I don't know that he'll ever be out of the shadow of it. But I don't want him to be known as a comic book director. If you were to describe Zack Snyder as a director, I wouldn't want people imagine if that's what if that after a decade later, if people were still knew Nolan as the Batman director, somehow he escaped that comic book director label, and James Gunn still has that. Even Joss Whedon still, I guess he technically did Justice League, but he's for the most part stepped away from comic book stuff. And so I think that if Zack can follow in the Nolan direction and be known for, doing big imaginative things away from comic books, that would be ideal.
Right.
No, I want to see him take over. I want to see him take over Raised by Wolves.
I want to see him doing some Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta say though, Raised by Wolves is incredible. I love that show. It's so powerful. I mean, man, there are two androids, and it's one of those shows too where it's like I don't want anyone to get hurt. Even like all the characters. I mean, you grow so attached to them and their stories that it's just anything that might happen. You're just like, oh my god, don't get hurt, don't get hurt, don't get hurt. And then the ending was it was a trip. The way the show ended, season 1.
To put it lightly.
Yeah.
What was the takeaway from the last episode?
I haven't seen the ending yet.
Without giving too much away, what was your takeaway from the last episode?
I can't.
I haven't seen it yet either. So
Nope.
Hey,
You could say you can just say you're back.
And he went on like for 2 hours rant on our podcast.
Listen, thank you for Nickatina for having me on. I appreciate it, sir.
All right, yeah. Thank you guys for being here.
Absolutely, man. Thank you guys. Hey, see y'all later.
Later, bro. Later, Garza.
But yeah, no, Raised by Wolves is incredible. And but no, so you guys, one last thing that we're gonna do before we go. We're all excited for 2021. Obviously, to get out of 2020 is one thing, but to finally be able to see Zack Snyder's Justice League is going to be incredible. And it's something that none of us knew if we'd ever get a chance to see it. So before we go, it's something that both Anthony and I love to do with our guests. We are going to just take a quick moment to set this up right. To check it out one last time before we go, which is the trailer for Zack Snyder's Justice League, and then this will be our send-off. Can you guys see that okay?
Come on, dude. I'm drunk and I'm
Perfect time to watch it then, man.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a secret chord that David played, and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you?
That Joker card, I tell you.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It goes like
Starting to wonder.
The fourth, the fifth, the minor fall.
Papa Cyborg does it to me every single time.
I love the red cape shout out.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little. Then of course,
Superman.
Sexiness, but it's breaking them off.
That one, that shot right there.
That Donna?
Yeah.
That shot.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see the scene.
And he's barefoot. I love that.
Oh, I didn't notice that before. He was barefoot.
Yeah.
Wasn't much.
When you see the previs that shows his shoes busting off when he takes off.
And the ground like shifts too.
He has Vans. That's why they ripped off. That's the shit right there.
Yeah.
That's gonna ruin.
It's coming. There it is.
Oh, that's gonna tear me up inside.
Yes.
This whole scene's gonna punch everybody's heart in the balls.
Yeah. That shot too. Oh, look at Steppenwolf.
Oh, the armor is moving.
Yeah.
Bam.
Bam. Oh.
Yeah, that's gonna be incredible.
This was the gasping moment because, like, when you see the
Guys,
Flying Fox?
he fought
The Flying
hundreds of
Fox?
thousands of other super beings on the other planets he's destroyed, right? And we have to assume he's won.
I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us. Not us united.
Yeah, Brett.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
I mean, that is just
It's incredible.
it's just incredible.
Yeah.
And it's coming in 2021, and absolutely nothing can stop that either. No pandemic, nothing. And that's the best part about it. And I'm just so looking forward to it. I know all you guys are, everyone in the chat, all the fans, we're all looking forward to it. It's going to be incredible. And guys, thank you so much for being here. Chris, Dave, Steven, Scott, Ben, and Garza was here earlier. I try to make this as fun as possible, and reaching out to these guys to come on and surprise you guys, they were all about it, and so it makes the show that much better. So
I know. I was like, I didn't know these guys were coming on. I'm like, I talked to them enough on fucking Friday. Jeez. Oh, God. I'm like,
I was on Friday. It was my son's birthday. I was like, fuck Dave.
That's true.
Pizza Friday, sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good now. But thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah,
of course.
It was a blast, dude. Appreciate
it. It was fun.
And a quick shout out to Dave as well, because I mean, honestly, the first time I ever streamed live ever was on Dave's show. And so that was the first time I ever got on a show. And then when I did that, I realized, like, you know what? Like, this wasn't really that hard. I could do this. And then, here I am now, and I have you guys on here. It's great. And I love doing it. It's a lot of fun. And just getting to know the entire fandom and the community it's been set up. It's been such an amazing experience. So guys, thank you so much for being here. Anthony, did you want to say anything else before we go?
No, same thing. Appreciate you all for coming on. It's been a blast.
Definitely has.
Yeah.
You guys.
I like you guys. You guys are dope.
Thank you.
He's only saying that because he's drunk. Yeah.
He's drunk.
But alcohol's talking, so what do I know?
At least he's a happy drunk,
He's a happy drunk.
I'm a happy drunk.
Most old men are angry when they're
All right, you guys, thank you so much. And quickly, let's go around the horn. Chris, where can they find you?
You can find me at the Ping Pong Flakes, anywhere, and
anywhere.
Have Scott go last.
He always has a good enough. Yeah. That's what I said on Friday. I'm like, I should always save him for last.
You know what, Chris? That's the thing that I was thinking. Oh my God, I'm before Chris Scott. I'm before Scott.
And I don't even take advantage of it. Say that. Go ahead, Dave.
Oh yeah. You got. I'm the Film Junkie. 2 E's at the end. You can find me on there, and of course my Twitter is right there too. And find me on there. Doing live streaming Monday through Wednesday.
And Steven?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at smcolbert. You can find my writing at Screen Rant, and I also co-host 2 podcasts: Batman v Superman by the Minute and Justice League by the Minute.
Which actually, there's a Justice League by the Minute.
There's an episode 0. There's a trailer breakdown coming out soon. We recorded a while back, and we just had a backlog. And then we'll just be doing periodic stuff up until the movie comes out, and then we'll be doing coverage then.
You know what's funny is that a good friend of mine, he's a good friend of the show as well, is Krypton Caged, and he was telling me the other night, I was bullshitting with him, and he told me, he goes, have you heard BBS by the Minute? I was like, you know what, I haven't had a chance to listen to that. I go, but like, I mean, it's only they go over each minute. He's like, yeah, dude, it's really, really good. And so the other night I listened to it, and I did not think that there was that much you could pull out in
we didn't either.
And I was like, wow, this is insane. I was like, I can't wait for minute number 2, minute number 3, minute number 4. I was just like, man, this is intense.
It is. You're the only one out, because I was like, what? 1 minute? Get the fuck out of here. But then I started listening. I was like, fucking shit. I listened to almost every single one of them.
And it's like the stuff they pull out of that 1 minute. It's wow, there's that much you can pull out in a minute.
And the fact that it's structured that way, like I call it out all the time, that the majority of the minutes are punctuated at the beginning and end by a scene change or an explosion or a gunshot or a line. Like, it's not cut and weird. Like, I think I need to get him on the show so I can be like, hey, you edited this in 1 minute chunks, right? Because it's every minute there's its own arc, its own like subplot to talk about. So it's been a joy.
Well, that is awesome. And Ben, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter. I'm Mr._Everts. And oh damn, I get the And you can find us on Wednesday, me and John Garza, who's no longer here. Thank God. No, that's my dude. You can find us on every Wednesday at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the Real Emotion Podcast. And you can always find the mother page, Real Anarchy, on all social media platforms.
Okay. And then, Anthony, where can they find you? I thought Scott was going to go last.
Yeah, no. It's good. It's good.
Listen, man, you're the closer.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay.
Coffee is for closers, Ben.
So am I going or what? What's happening?
Yes.
Okay.
Just go.
You can find me on all forms of social media at 279 ACS. You can find me every single Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on 4 Nerds. And you can also find me on my YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search for the ACS Universe, and you'll find my content there.
Because his content, when you watch his content, this is what it's like.
Yeah! Look what I have created!
It's fire.
Like it.
It is fire, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and
stuff, yes, absolutely.
And Scott, go ahead.
Well, of course, you can find me on Twitter at ScottDC27. You can listen to my podcast, DC Film Squadcast, which we just dropped episode 279 while I was on this stream. And you can find that wherever you get your podcast. You can find our YouTube channel, Squadcast Media, and you can find the entire network of shows at our website, squadcastmedia.com.
You see?
Just a professional.
That's so good, though. It's
Hire from Pena
all about
every
the
You
time.
follow that?
If I had to do that, I would have butchered it like 1,000
dude.
times.
I think Scott says that in the mirror every morning. Yeah. He rehearses it every morning.
In the car.
Yeah.
That's his mantra for sure.
We should record our.
I am a winner. I am a winner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it. I'm a winner.
Love it.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And everyone in the chat, thank you for being here as well. I will be back tomorrow night for the midnight run and possibly Tuesday night as well. And then Anthony and I will be back here Wednesday for the Nickatina show. And we're going to have special guest Robert Meyer Burnett will be on the show. And that will be Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, which is the time zone that always counts. And it'll be on 6:30. So it'll be a lot of fun. And guys, like I said, thank you so much for being here. This was a lot of fun, and we should do it again sometime.
Absolutely. This was fun.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate
Great time.
Take it easy.
All right, you guys, and we will see you next time.